And welcome everyone, thank you very much for joining today in post-match analysis. What a fantastic game it was. Liverpool smashed Manchester City 4-3 at Anfield. It was a game in which would have been Liverpool's arguably toughest test this season. City playing absolutely fantastic in the run into this game. Obviously everyone was expecting City to win, but the Reds, if there was one team in this league everyone looked to putting a stop to Manchester City's amazing run, that was obviously Liverpool, and we done that. Every single one of us, shout out to every single one of them on the pitch. Everyone delivered. Obviously, start off with Karius quickly. He should have really saved that from post effort for me by Sané. Frankly, apologies, he should have been basic defending. But obviously, Joe Gomez, he went out, didn't he? He went out to close and went too far. Sané got past him, and for me, obviously, we'd all probably reckon Cadiz should have done far better with that. But in relation to all the whole game was absolutely fantastic. I want to know who your man of the match there was a lot of candidates. For me, it was obviously between Robertson and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. But I want to know who stood out for you today. Even Emre Can in that midfield of the park, he very much had the scruff of the neck. Last-ditch tackles here and there and everywhere. He was everywhere today, Emre. A shout out to, obviously, Robbo. I remember that run when he's absolutely sprinting down everyone. That's a commitment. And for me, the commitment you need to see from a lot of these players, and they all do, and you want to die for this shit. You can see from the burning passion and desire by Robinson when he was chasing that ball. Sterling didn't have a sniff of a chance in that first or second half going past. Obviously, that's why Raheem tried to go over to Gomez, but Gomez, very much apart from that mistake on the first goal for the City, he had a very good game as well. Matip and Lovren, the back end, the second half was absolutely madness. In terms of obviously them scoring goals, we were all like, "Oh, is it going to be another classic Liverpool where we sit there and concede goals last minute?" But it wasn't. It wasn't that, and we got the 3 points, 3 valuable points. Everyone dropped points. Arsenal got beat. Tottenham obviously won. Chelsea, they dropped points as well against Leicester yesterday. So it was very valuable that we went into this game and we've won. Hopefully Stoke can win, get a cheeky result against United. But the shout out, I've never watched a more exciting game this season, and I think for every single one of us when we were watching that, it was a classic Premier League game one. It was so great to watch, but even better for us to win 3 points. For me, there was so much happening in that. It should come with a certificate of supporting Liverpool Football Club. When Sergio Aguero got onto the end of that cross, and you know that cross, the back end of that match, you were like, oh, and it just hit the side net, and obviously it was offside, but it could have easily went in the back of the net. We were put through the ringer, put it that way. But credit to Pep Guardiola, he come out after the game and give Liverpool credit, because if you scratch off City's late goals, we would have easily won that match, but we switched off a bit, as we tend to do, don't we, in games. But we didn't have Virgil van Dijk, we didn't have Phil Coutinho in that team, and everyone was like, can Liverpool do this against the City team with like arguably 2 of their keyest players missing? Obviously Phil Coutinho was left, but Virgil van Dijk was a big disappointment. But for me, every single one of those them on the pitch delivered today, and it was a fantastic performance. It had to be against the quality of City. Even the front three, absolutely fantastic. Sadio Mane still isn't here and there I think he's not fully fit. Sadio Mane's not been having the best couple of matches the last couple of weeks, but he's scored, and that's what's most important. That strike onto his left-hand foot. There's no other keeper in the world that could have saved that strike. It was top stamp, right in the top bin. For me, obviously Salah with that little cheeky, like he just went dink. Ederson come out of his box, and you're like, Salah punished him basically. He was like, you should not have come off that line. So that was a fantastic goal. But I really want to dedicate the whole video to obviously Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. For me, he was my man of the match. Robert was very close, but for what he done today, credit to him for where he's come from. Obviously Arsenal, everyone was going, he's not worth it, but I really rate the Ox, And I did, and if you've been watching my channel, I was made up when we got him. A lot of yous were very dubious. Rightly so, because he's not really done it at Arsenal properly. But for me now, he's at Liverpool, and he's under the guidance of Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen Klopp has put him into that central midfield area. And for me, he took the game to City in the first opening minutes, getting that goal in the first 10 minutes. He got that ball, received it, and he had the confidence to strike that into the bottom corner. Ederson stood no chance, but for me, Alex, he's been top since he's come into Liverpool Football Club, and I really hope, touch wood, he continues this vein of form, because he's only going from strength to strength, and under the guidance of Jurgen Klopp, and I think he's won a lot of Liverpool supporters over today in that performance, because Everton in the tackle, out of possession, pushing, harrying, commanding that midfield, really. Even Gini Wijnaldum and Emre Can, I think those three very much done a good game. Let me know what you thought about that midfield, but the midfield three, they controlled the game, especially in the first, especially when we come out in that second half. We just like right at Manchester City, weren't we? Bang, 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 bang. It was just like quick at them. In the first half, we didn't take all of our chances, but you knew with the class and quality of Manchester City, they were always going to come back into this game. For me, yet we are 4-1 up, but you can't switch off against the calibre of opponent like City, because Kevin De Bruyne, he was... Every time he got on the ball, like you were probably watching the pub, or if you went to match or whatever, you're like, oh, no, get him off the ball. But for me, I want to know all your standout players who stood out for you. There's a lot of very fantastic performances, but don't let the late City goals take away from the fantastic performance Liverpool showed today. City played well as well, but for me, the performance levels of every single one of those players. Even Karius, obviously I mentioned before, but still, he's everyone was talking about Mignolet getting dropped, but for me, it's about time Mignolet got dropped. Mignolet's had a long time to bed in and become a first team regular. Karius, yeah, keepers are bound to make mistakes, but he'll learn, and you could see he was gutted, but get behind the lads, get behind every single one of us, every single one of the Reds players, because Karius, I can see a very bright future. A lot of you might disagree, but give the lads some credit anyway, because he's only going to go from strength to strength. Look at David De Gea, everyone. He come into the Premier League 2 years, and he was an absolute shambles. And imagine if they sold him. Look at how good he is now. But for me, Mignolet's had this time, and if he goes in this window or even the next, Mignolet's been good for us. But I think it's about time we actually showed some confidence and put some emphasis on Karius becoming the first team regular. And if he continues to make more mistakes, then bring Danny Ward into the fray, because he's there in the stands. And Danny Ward, if Karius continues to make more mistakes, Danny Ward's definitely, obviously, going to get a starting berth in that squad. But Mohamed Salah, what a play he was, getting his goal. Bobby Firmino as well, those front three. Bobby Firmino with that cheeky dinked flick over the top. It was a fantastic goal, one and everyone. But shout out to every single one. All of them were man of the match, but Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain wins it for me. And emphasises what everything about a Jurgen Klopp player. He's very much a young Adam Lallana. I think when I seen Chamberlain come into Liverpool, everyone was giving him stick. Even the Arsenal fans were like, haha, just robbed us of 40 million. But I don't think they were laughing today after that performance and the last couple of weeks. It's not just been this week. He's took it up against some of the best midfielders in the country and even the world into City's midfield. But shout out to you, lad. And shout out to all the Reds anyway. But absolutely buzzing. But yeah, thank you very much, everyone. Have a quality day. Enjoy your night. And the Reds have got 3 points. And we're up to 3rd in the Premier League table. And yeah, we go again onto the next game. Obviously, we've got a little bit of a break now until, I think it was Swansea. It might be completely wrong, but the next match anyway. But up to the Reds anyway. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining. Let you get involved. Leave your man in the matches anyway. Who stood out for you? Who you think could do with improving in the next match? But as always, Reds, we're 3rd in the league. And we're very close to 2nd anyway. But we'll continue chasing City. Yet the 15 points. But Jurgen Klopp, what he's building this season. Naby Keita coming in the summer. Virgil van Dijk is just brought in, and a couple more signings next season. If we can finish this season off in a strong position, solidify those top 4, get a top 4 place, arguably in the top 3. That's what we want. and we can not relax, but we can look very much forward, because we've got a fantastic season to finish off this season. There's still lots to play for. But going into next season, this man, Jurgen Klopp, he knows what he's doing, and I just hope every single one of us have got the backing of obviously Jurgen Klopp, and shout out to the fans today as well. Everyone in Anfield, that was absolutely rocking. I just wish everyone in Anfield would chain up for obviously the Bournemouths and the Huddersfields at home anyway. But frankly, what an atmosphere today, up to the heads, and what a win. 3 valuable points against the best team in the league this season. Had to be a top performance, and it was. See you later, Redmond. Ciao.